hoping to get their hands on another trophy over in Qatar 2022 will kick off their campaign up against Serbia. In a very, very tight group, who's going to get it up with an absolute cracker? Who's going to get off to a stonker? We'll take a look at all of it next. That's right, folks. Balanced game with another 5-minute preview. Looking forward to, of course, Brazil taking on Serbia over in Group G. And we'll get to that in just a second. If you know where you've been, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the bell, your non-stop shop for all things Rovers. Of course, Brazil, Qatar, whatever. We got it all here, boys and girls, under one roof here. Also, a big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons. But anyway, let's get into a lot to talk about here in just 5 minutes. Brazil up against Serbia coming out the Lusail iconic stadium, of course, on the 24th of November 2022. Of course, locking horns in their opening game over in Group G, of course. Now, Brazil coming at you, of course, as co-MBL winners. They did actually abandon that one game early. I think there was a riot or something. Imagine if we can get that sort of atmosphere again in Qatar. Goodness gracious me, it'd be crazy. 11th of November 2021, they secured the deal. 22 tournaments in the past. They're on a streak of 22. They never failed to make the course of the World Cup. 2018, of course, was the last. They won in 58, 62, 17, 94, and 2002. And believe me, 20 years is a long, long time for Brazil not to have a World Cup. So they're going to hope to rectify that. In fact, it's the longest stretch without a win. Tite is your manager, Neymar the VIP. 9-1 on to qualify, of course, 92 to win the piston thing as well. Their run of events, though, looks pretty good. Big wins over Ghana and Tunisia heading into this. And just for one goal conceded over the last three. That was in that 5-1 win over Tunisia. Taking over the group, then, of course, Group G in all its glory does include Serbia, which we'll talk about in a minute. Of course, the Swiss and Cameroon. Of course, Brazil will be taking on the Swiss second. That's, of course, November 28th. Then they'll wrap up the streak up against, of course, Cameroon on the 2nd of December. Take a look at a squad then, shall we, for Brazil. Of course, they've got really good goalkeepers. And it's a toss-up between Alisson and Edison. I think Alisson gets the nod. Meanwhile, into the defence, we've got the likes of Marquinhos, Thiago Silva still there. Of course, Alex Telles now on the books of Sevilla. Into midfield, we've got Casemiro, Fred, Fabinho, a lot of players. And, of course, Bruno Guimaraes. A lot of players, in fact, pretty much nearly an all-English-based midfield there. But up top, we've got the likes of course, Neymar, Rafinha, Anthony, Gabriel Jesus. A very domestic or English-based Brazil squad heading into Qatar 2020. Meanwhile, this is my 11 then for you. Of course, we've got Alisson between sticks, Telles, Marquinhos, Silva and Danilo, Paqueta, Casemiro and Fred. We got, what's going on? That's Neymar on the left-hand side, Rafinha and Jesus down the middle. That's my call on it, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Let's take a look at Serbia, though, heading into this. Of course, qualifies UEFA Group A winners. No slouches there. 14th of November 2021. They've been at 13 tournaments in the past. Now, that was probably including the likes when they were part of Yugoslavia, so bear that in mind. 2018 was the last two tournaments in a row. Best place was in 1930 and 1962, where they finished in 4th place. Dragan Stokovic is your manager. The VIP is, of course, Alexander Mitrovic. Mitro goal to you and me. 11 of 10 for them to lift to qualify, actually. 151 to lift the trophy at the end of it. These guys are in that bracket of dark horses. They did beat Norway in the Nations League. They also beat Sweden as well. Picked up a draw against Slovenia. They've actually unbeaten in the last 6 games heading into this. But, of course, into a Group G, a spicy one. Brazil, their opponents, of course, first and foremost. Then they'll take on Cameroon before wrapping up with a sweep against the Swiss in Qatar. Take a look at the squad then, shall we? Of course, we do have Milinkovic-Savic from Torino, like he's been 6, but Dimitrovic as well, probably from Sevilla, competing for the number 1 jersey as well. Into, of course, the back line there, we've got Milinkovic from Fiorentina, Vikovic from Bremen, of course, to compete alongside some other names. Of course, Filip Kostic, of course, who ran the show in the Europa League for Frankfurt, now on the books, of course, of Juventus. Meanwhile, also, we also got Grujic from Porto, some other good names in that midfield, but up top, they got some real sport for choice. We have Vlahovic from Juventus, Tadic from Ajax, Jovic from Fiorentina, but of course the main man is Alexander Mitrovic. Taking a look at my starting 11 then for you. We got Dimitrovic between sticks, Pavlovic, Mitrovic and Milinkovic. We do have Kostic on the left, Zurkovic on the right, Tadic, Milinkovic, Savic and Ilic in midfield, Mitrovic and Vlahovic, or whatever his name is, up top. Now that's my, of course, opinion. Don't forget to check out, we have a fan opinion who probably knows a little bit better than me. But of course, coming into this, they played each other twice, these two nations, Brazil and Serbia. 2 wins out of 2 for Brazil, nothing for Serbia, and 0 draws. The Brazilians unbeaten in the last 6, in fact, won 6 on the bounce. Of course, Serbia, though, unbeaten in the last 5, 75% 100% for them heading into this as well. The last time I predicted there was in the World Cup, it was Group E. It was a 2-0 win for Brazil back in Russia 2018. But of course, they did put a vote out there. Of course, and the public vote goes with a 79% favour for Brazil. Serbia, of course, in 40%, and the draw is 7. My picks right there in all its glory. I've gone with a 2-0 win for Brazil. They are the favourites. They're going to go quite far in this tournament, and if not, they're going to actually pick up a trophy once again. That's my take on it, guys. Make sure you get your own take down below. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, hit the little bell. We go again, of course, non-stop shop right here, all the way through to the final. Hopefully, I'll see you there too.